Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to talk to you today about change, about transformation through connection. Why? Well, the reason why we want to talk about that today is because of this area, an area known as the Star. And in the Star there is a street called Mariandelsvaart. It's not too far from the school. This area is known for its social stigma, the physical boundaries that are created by an empty, disused lot on the street. The people that live in this area are diverse. We're talking diversity in ethnicity as well as in their income. When we talked to the people in this neighborhood, they said they wanted a shared social space that was targeted at teenagers, but that anybody could use. The good news is that change is coming to Mariandelsvaart and the Star with the new metro, as well as specifically at our site, we're having 2 new buildings and a cycle path that's going to open up the area. But I think that we can do better. Our goal is to break boundaries. It's to break social boundaries that exist within the neighborhood. It's also to break mental boundaries, the way that people perceive this area. So the question is, how do we do it? It's a lofty goal. We do it by 4 ways. We are going to increase lighting in the neighborhood. We're going to create a digital park area, as well as increase opportunities for networking, and most critically, create a sense of home for the people in that area. We're going to do this conceptually by bringing together the life-giving element of water and the life-sharing concept of a utopia. In a utopian society, people share, and that's really the whole idea about this area. So here's our final plan. We want to create an open green space, which, much like a utopia, our architectural elements harmonize with the nature around them. In this case, we have large leaf-shaped umbrellas that capture both water as well as solar electricity. The water will be used in this park space. As you can see, we have 2 areas. One is the play area and path, and the second is the urban garden. They're divided and separate, but they're unified through the concept of a utopia, as well as repeated architectural elements. The cycle path is built with solar roadways, which are interchangeable solar panels that meet all impact, traction, and load-bearing requirements. The urban garden we see as an incubator. It's going to start out by bringing gardeners in the neighborhood together with a shared social interest, but it could also be used in the future to support other shared interests. So we've designed stools that have storage compartments in them so you can keep your gardening tools. But the major area is digital play. Teenagers, we want them to interact with this space, so setback from the park are going to be light structures that you can touch and interact with, and some of our judges got to do that a little bit earlier. The digital applications, there's 2 sides to them. As you move through the park, Bluetooth Smart will encourage you to download the app as you move to areas of interest. This shows what a gardener would see. It helps them organize, it helps them socialize and connect with other gardeners that are using the space. Then the digital app also has applications for the light play structure as well, where you can personalize it by setting your own colors, your own sounds, and truly making that experience something for you. Now, the big question is, how do we make all this happen? So we're going to implement by connecting with community leaders. The nice thing about social housing along Mariandelsvaart is that pre-existing networks are already there. So we're going to contact leaders to hook us up with the community so we can both spread the word as well as get feedback as the project continues. So you can see through our flow map, before people avoided this area, but afterwards they'll be drawn in, and not only just to pass through on the cycle path, but also to be able to stay there and help create that sense of homeliness. Is it sustainable? Absolutely. We're talking environmentally sustainable by using recycled products, as well as capturing rainwater and solar energy, which will, we foresee, possibly even generate revenue in the future. So our branding, we've called our park H2opia, bringing together the idea of water and a utopia, and H2opia Hav, which is the Danish word for park. And our brand swatches are inspired by our relationship to water and nature. So in closing, I'd like to say that we're envisioning a totally social space, a space that people can truly come together and use for whatever needs they want to. Now I have to say, over the last 4.5 days, I've been extremely lucky. I've had the chance to work with 7 other talented students from around the world, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank them very much for letting me present their ideas to you, and thank you for letting me present their ideas. Thank you very much.